this is just a quick voiceover to get you guys up to speed. After the factory computer and wiring harness in the truck were basically just trashed, we went with a Rebel LS because the tuner wanted to learn it, and from research seemed like the way to go. Now, right out of the gate, install super easy, but one of the injector plugs was bad. Didn't really find that out until it was on the dyno, and at this point, the tuner that recommended it really didn't want anything to do with Haltech. He had tried to tune one before it and just wasn't having it. So even though he found that harness plug was broken, he also wasn't interested in letting the truck be on the dyno any longer or working on it. So I get it back here. I fixed that pigtail. Truck seems much happier, and after having it to Haltech, they put a tech with me for us to get just a base tune in it that we can race on without hurting anything so that we can make Sick Week 2025. We go on Sick Week 2025. Truck is not happy. And what I didn't know and should have checked is where that injector was loose, it had burnt the plug out of it, the spark plug, all the porcelain off of it. I didn't check that because I had sent some plugs with it for the tuner, and those plugs didn't come back. And I figured since he found the issue, they changed out plugs, or at least checked it, so I was good to go. That was my bad. So basically, it was a joke at Sick Week 2025 and brought it back here. I was so sick of it. I just didn't want anything to do with it. It sat for maybe not quite a year, but 6 months to 8 months. And this is kind of where we pick up now. Well, guys, the Haltech tuning went well. I think it's Abel Body Racing is the guy that tuned it. Super nice guy. But as you can see, the truck's in the shop. Drove it around, got on it, took it to the track. It's much better. There's one or two small things that need to be adjusted. Mainly the fact that I have to hold the throttle body open a little bit for startup. May end up drilling a hole in the throttle body so it'll start easier. Which I know is a big, no, you're not supposed to do it, tuning, whatever, but if it makes life easier, that might be where we're headed. Now, why is it in the shop? Because we were just going to get it running. One, there's a little change of plan. So I tried to get our Buick project done for Six Smokies. It's not going to happen. We had a delay on a piston, and I don't want to rush it because it's a brand new engine, new transmission, new rear end, and I just don't want to rush that build, and I want to do it right. And there's some things like, this is our whole, hold on, this is the mess. That's our shelving system, but like I need to port the intake. I want to go through the head. So, and we do have a short block back. Our guy, John Bouchard from the Power Block or whatever that TV thing was. God, why can I not remember? Engine Power, there we go. Built this, put it together for us, and we're gonna go over that in a video, but it's not gonna be done. So, Plan B, which I'm happy about, is the truck. So I'm gonna flip it around, the video, show you what we're doing with it and what's gonna happen. All right, so here we go. You can see a mess. We're wiring once again. Fixed the light on the oil pressure gauge, ran a wire in here, and that's what this soldering is for. So this is all the power for our nitrous solenoids and our purge. As you can see, I have soldered in, because I want no question about the connection being good or will blow up the truck, a trigger wire for the Haltech that's in here. There it is, live over here. What that does is it's a trigger to tell it that it's on nitrous. So it pulls 28 degrees of timing and sets a air-fuel ratio of 11.5 at wide open throttle. So I need this wire to get power no matter what, or I'm gonna run a 200 shot on full timing and blow this thing sky high. Hence why it's soldered, all three wires are soldered together with no ifs, ands, and buts. So that's what we're doing. We're gonna go test this. I haven't tested it on nitrous because I didn't have the wire up. I wanna test everything. So we've got this on. Hopefully test this in the next day or two at the local 8th mile track, make sure everything runs and everything's happy. Life is good. But I am not happy with the power that's made. So this was just an 8th mile run at a local track in Clarksville, Tennessee. They have Midnight Madness that starts after their bracket race. So we lined up next to this guy in an RT Challenger that had a really nice build. It was a Kenny Bell or Whipple, I think, supercharger with full bolt-ons. We raced him on nitrous because we thought the car was going to be a little bit quicker than what it was, but he had some traction issues. But regardless, the truck ran a 7.44. Very smooth, no drama. Drove it an hour over to the track, raced it, and drove an hour back. That is the only run because of how busy they were that night. So as far as all that went, very happy with it. No drama. Well, that concludes this video. The truck's back and going, but we're going to put out another video next week about getting even more power out of this. We go back to the dyno. I switch out some key components, and the truck goes faster than it ever has. But I'm not going to tell you guys how fast. So you guys are going to have to come back next week, check in, and see what all we did to the truck and the improvements. Also, too, a lot of the videos are from Six Smokies. The Dragon Drive that was basically right around us since we're in Nashville. So there'll be coverage on that too. So just check on back. And like always, thank you guys for watching. Please comment, subscribe, like, ring the bell so we can get this channel rolling again.